Okay, I'm just going to do an overview of the joints to help you study for the Chapter 8 test. First, we're going to look at a hinge joint. So here's the model of our elbow joint. You'll notice that we have the radius and the ulna. So the hinge joint is happening between the humerus and the ulna. It permits flexion and extension, so just uniaxial movement. Next, we're going to look at the ball and socket. Here is the humerus, and it can rotate or circumduct here in the ball and socket joint. So you can see we've got the head of the humerus articulating with the socket or indented portion of the scapula. Here is our knee model. Let's just look at some of the ligaments involved in the knee model. So this is a right knee. You can see the femur coming down here, and here's our fibula, and here's our tibia. So our main joint at the knee is going to be the hinge joint between the femur and the tibia. We also have a planar joint or gliding joint between the patella and the femur. This is our patellar ligament here. This is our LCL or lateral collateral ligament. This is our MCL, our medial collateral ligament. You can see the cushion in between is called the meniscus. Here. Your ACL or anterior cruciate ligament comes from behind and inserts anteriorly to keep these two bones stabilized. Now we're going to come over to bones here for a couple other types of joints. So between the carpals and the tarsals we have more plane joints which only permit gliding. And between the metacarpals and the phalanges we have a condylar or ellipsoidal joint. Between the metacarpal and the phalanx and the thumb we have a saddle joint. And then between each phalanx we have a hinge joint. Remember, hinge just permits flexion and extension. Over here we have some cartilaginous joints, our pubic symphysis, each of the vertebrae, cartilage in between, permitting just very small movements, mostly compression, flexion, and extension. The other type of joint would be our fibrous joints. So instead of synovial and cartilaginous, we have fibrous joints. And a good example of that is the sutures of the skull. And they are synarthrotic, so they are not permitting any movement.